Hello, this is Talamir, and welcome to another repair video. In this video, we're looking at this Blue Yeti microphone. Now, this is actually from my brother, and the problem is pretty straightforward. If you look closely there, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but the charge port is kind of mangled. So that needs to be replaced. As far as I know, there isn't any other issues with it. It is an older microphone, but it is still a very good microphone, as this thing would still retail for probably about $250 if there's only one change. It had a USB-C port instead of a USB mini port. I still have USB mini cables around though, so it's not a big deal for me. And I'm planning to use this as a microphone for the soldering office, or whatever you want to call that area of my office, for recording. So I'm hoping that's going to work out pretty good. So I've already got that disconnected from the base. It's pretty easy to do that. The next bit's slightly more tricky. So let's switch to the desk view. Now this is connected down from the inside with screws, I'm pretty sure. It feels like there's two screws right here, maybe? Is there any screws beyond here? I think it's just underneath here. Yep, two screws. I don't think there's anything underneath here. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just a connector for attaching stuff to it. Need a bigger screwdriver tip. Now I'm probably going to have to take these knobs out if I want to get in behind. How do I take this one out? Those buttons, like that button there, for sure. No? Yeah, that came out too. Okay. So this must come out. I get it out. Ah, there we go. Okay, got all our buttons removed. In theory, should be able to, unless I miss some screws somewhere, this should just slide out. Okay, I'm gonna pry up this. I'm starting to wonder if maybe there's one more screw behind this little bit of rubber, because nothing's moving. There is. All right. Tricky, tricky. They're all the same size. Oh, and it's just falling apart now. How about that? So it has three screws on the bottom. Okay. It looks like there's a little bit of some sort. It's either corrosion or some very weird flux that's been used. Now I've already picked up a new charge port for this. Charge port, any USB port, whatever you want to call it. So let's switch ourselves over to the soldering desk. That is some solid workmanship. Look at that. Just looking at this right here, I don't know what this is. It's kind of flaky. I don't see it anywhere else on the board. Like, I would think that maybe it's some sort of liquid damage, almost like milk, but I have the odd feeling that this is flux. A very weird flux. And it does look to me like that is leaded solder. Let's see if I can poke it easily with it. Yeah, I can. I believe that's leaded solder. How about that? Okay. So, it's very unstable. I mean, it's rolling around on me there. Let me see if I can hold it up with some other things. I think I'm going to use the heat gun to get this out. Look at it. It's already it's already liquefying. So it's very clear that is... I'm not talking about the solder already liquefying. I'm talking about that definitely was flux. There. Now, while it's still hot, let's get what's remaining there cleaned up. Look how easy that hole just completely cleared out. Definitely leaded solder. Nice. I cleaned up well. Let's get rid of that old flux. Alright, I think that's about as good as I can do. Some of this flux, and this isn't even, I don't think, my flux, it's pretty badly solidified on there. There's the new port. Much better. It goes in from the other side. I just need to tin in, like, a couple of the holes. And then I'll be good to go. What is going on? That one's through. That one's through as well. It's definitely flux, like the manufacturer's flux. I should have, like, tried to get rid of it before working on this, because this is dreadful. It's like It really is like glue, like really hard resiny glue. That's it. I can't be bothered. I'm gonna have to drop it in, and then I'm gonna add solder afterwards. I'm just applying heat directly to the bottom of the board, and I don't have this on camera. It's just too difficult right now. The rest of this just involves me pushing on the bottom of this. I'm gonna use these just to, yeah, there we go. It's kind of soldered in place, vaguely. Okay, that's flat now. I just flooded it with lots of solder, and while I was doing that I pushed, and it worked. Now let's flood the rest of those pins. To me it doesn't feel like those went all the way through. It definitely didn't. That's a complete fail. Take a look. I missed 2 pins. Grab a new port, because that one is already dead. It is a good thing that we've got 4 more. About a pack of 5. Mostly because they came in a pack of 5. Alright, that worked a lot better. So I filled the holes up with solder, and then I dropped it in. I think I have slightly charred the board a little bit. I'm guessing maybe my heat was a little bit high. Okay, I'm going to bring this over to the shop desk, and let's give this a test. See how it is working out for us. So I grabbed another cable from my other microphone that I use at my computer. And let's plug this in and see how it sounds. Now I do have adapters right here that will allow me to connect it up. That goes USB-A to USB-C. So I'm hoping this does the trick. I'm gonna have to stop the video and just have it through here. This is a test. This is a test. So it definitely does work, but the sound is a little bit off. Like it's very like loud, like it's got a lot of treble. And I think the reason may be simply because it's not in its housing. I might be wrong about that. But if that's how it's going to sound, I'm not sure how viable it actually will be for the soldering shop. Let's put it together and we'll just have to see. So I'm finished fixing the mic. The charge port, the mini USB port is locked and loaded. On my part, I'm a little bit disappointed just with the audio. It's a bit too loud, and I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't seem to matter what I do with the microphones. The gain, it doesn't seem to do anything at all. It's as if it's being completely ignored, which is very odd. So I don't understand why that is. I guess I could take it apart again, but I'm mostly interested in using this for just making, well, me basically louder inside of the soldering desk shop area. And I just find it's a bit too muted in there and a bit cloudy sounding, you know? But there you go, guys. It's done. It is working. You can see the little red light on it. And we'll just have to see how that goes in testing. So if you guys like the video, please do leave a like. And if you want to see more of my stuff, subscribe. We'll see you guys all in another video. Bye.